bit about the failures you may have had at a personal or a business level and how you learnt from those failures and how it's made you the person you are today?
Absolutely. I think the difference between people who really try to do things or not, or succeed, or or don't are really the people who don't try. So it's really about trying, and you can't fear failure. I think the fear of failure is paralyzing in and of itself. So in my life, there's many things that really my life's a tapestry of failures that I patch together and try and improve 1% each time to produce a good result. You said that when you saw me after a few years leaving, and then we got in touch again, I transformed my appearance. At my heaviest, I got to 170 kilos. So, sitting today at a normal 90 kilos or whatever it is, it's a big difference, almost 80 kilos lighter than my peak. And that was there wasn't with that a silver bullet as well. There wasn't one thing. It was I tried so many things post high school to lose weight, because I was working in an office environment. I kept putting on weight. I kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Every year, it wasn't instant. It was gradual. It was 5 kilos a year, 5 kilos a year, trying to work out how to be an accountant, how to be a hunter, how to be a forward driver, how to finish Bible college, how to, do all these things. And what my weight is something I'll do with later. So it came down to try something. If it doesn't work, pivot. Try something, it doesn't work, pivot, and exhaust every possible option until I can lose weight. And eventually I did do it. Eventually, with the right mix of every type of help available, every fad diet, every type of surgical, non-surgical intervention, whatever it is, there's no for me no shame in trying everything you possibly can to succeed. And then when you find out what works, then you've done it. So the personal failures in managing my weight is something that I did eventually overcome, and I'm very happy with where I stand today, and I feel good, and I feel like I look good. On a business front, my biggest failures have always been around a lack of due diligence, right? So I've got this thing where I'm very confident to jump in. So I jump into things pretty confidently, and every time I've been burnt, it's got to do with a lack of due diligence. So we've done a bunch of mergers, whether it's hiring staff, whether it's taking on new clients, whatever it may be. If you're not doing your due diligence, just taking a breath, maybe counting to 10, assessing, doing a little bit of front end work before you dive in, that could save you a lot of work on the back end. And I think my love of working by trial and error, I often don't look back and go, look at what's obvious. How is this obviously not good? All right, and respect that information a bit more, rather than say, yep, I can see how this is obviously not good, I'm still going to try it. You don't have to go ahead, try, fail to learn the lesson. And you touched on that before.
Yeah, cool. So a lot around picking your failures as well, and making sure you do the due diligence. Absolutely. I was actually listening to a song this morning by 50 Cent that said, if I can't do it, homie, it can't be done. And it goes around, it's funny, but it goes around, some of these rappers have some great lyrics.
Yeah, the prophets of our modern age.
And it goes around, the reason he's able to confidently say that is, if I keep trying and if I keep pushing and opening every door and making sure I've exhausted all options, if I've done all that, it can't be done. There's so much lessons in trying everything, failing a million times, and just learning along the way. And if you can't make it work after all
that was his album as well, Get Rich or Die Trying.
That's it. Yeah, exactly.
It's that attitude.
Absolutely. Very cool. Very cool.